Welcome to Just Stories. We hope you enjoy our short story. The Bishops' Wars were a series of conflicts fought in 1639 and 1640 between the Kingdom of Scotland and the Kingdom of England. The wars were sparked by the attempts of Charles I, the King of England, to impose Anglican religious practices and episcopal government on the Scottish Church. The First Bishops' War began in 1639, when Charles I attempted to impose a new prayer book on the Scottish Church. The Scottish people, who were deeply attached to the Presbyterian form of worship, resisted the new prayer book and rose up in rebellion. Charles I, believing that he could quell the rebellion with a show of force, assembled an army and marched into Scotland. However, the Scottish army, led by the Earl of Montrose, defeated the English at the Battle of Dunn's Law and forced Charles I to negotiate a peace treaty. The Second Bishops' War began in 1640, when Charles I once again attempted to impose Anglican religious practices and episcopal government on the Scottish Church. This time, however, the Scottish army was better prepared and better equipped, and they decisively defeated the English at the Battle of Newburn. Charles I was forced to accept the Treaty of Ripon, which granted the Scottish Church autonomy and allowed it to continue practicing Presbyterian worship. The Bishops' Wars were significant for several reasons. Firstly, they demonstrated the deep religious divisions that existed between England and Scotland at the time, and they highlighted the strength of the Scottish desire for religious freedom. Secondly, they weakened the power of Charles I, who was forced to accept the autonomy of the Scottish Church and the limitations on his own power. Thirdly, they paved the way for the English Civil War, which broke out in 1642, as the conflicts between Charles I and the Scottish Church were mirrored by conflicts between Charles I and the English Parliament. The Bishops' Wars were also significant for their impact on the politics and society of Scotland. The wars led to the rise of the Covenanters, a powerful and influential political movement that sought to preserve the autonomy of the Scottish Church and promote Presbyterian worship. The Covenanters played a major role in Scottish politics for several decades, and their ideas and beliefs had a lasting impact on the development of Scottish society and culture. In conclusion, the Bishops' Wars were a series of conflicts fought in 1639 and 1640 between the Kingdom of Scotland and the Kingdom of England. The wars were sparked by the attempts of Charles I, the King of England, to impose Anglican religious practices and episcopal government on the Scottish Church. The wars had a profound impact on the politics and society of Scotland, as well as on the relationship between Scotland and England, and ultimately paved the way for the English Civil War, which broke out in 1642. Thank you for watching our short story. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, so you don't miss out on our next video drop.